the Duke student athletes. A couple of reminders. No flash photography in this area, and there's no video recording of any kind from this area. I'm going to ask you at this point to silence your cell phones, and the satellite coordinates are Galaxy 17, 4K as in kangaroo, slot C as in Charlie, and the downlink number is 11784-5. We'll take an opening statement from Coach Krzyzewski, and then we'll open up the Q&A for the student athletes first. As a reminder, if you do have a question, please raise your hand and wait for a wireless mic to be brought to you. Please state your name and your affiliation, and especially in the Q&A for the student athletes. I have not got them yet.
That would help.
You can get me a couple of box scores to the dais table.
Do any of you have stats? Thank you. That's the very first. It's my question to you. Thank you. All right. I know the final score, but what a game. You know, huge, great game. And we beat an outstanding team that I thought they played great. They're so difficult to defend, and in the second half, our guys did a really good job of that. They Trey was magnificent, not good, in running our team, and not just in scoring, but 8 assists, no turnovers, good D, and he ran the team to get the ball to RJ and Zion in the second half, and we were able to do that. And then these guys, once they get the ball, they make you look good. You know, so these three guys kind of orchestrated the whole thing. And again, congratulations to Buzz and his team and their program. They're terrific, and you know, we feel we feel great about winning this game because we had to play outstanding basketball in order to win.
All right, we're going to open it up for questions. Please raise your hand if you have a question and wait for a microphone to be brought to you. We'll start. Yep, Courtney, right there. Please state your name and your affiliation and direct your question of one of the student athletes specifically.
Barry Sperluga from the Washington Post. Zion, what did you see on the last inbounds play?
You know, Hale kind of did like a loop, and I mean, I'm not even gonna lie to you. When he caught it, I said, "Oh, we're about to go to overtime." I mean, I don't know what happened. Like, it just kind of went our way with that play.
He missed.
Sheesh. All right, ignore him. He just missed it.
Over there on the right-hand side.
Ron Bailey, Rivals.com. Jones, talk about defending that 1-5 switch. They tried to put you in some inopportune positions, but you played well against a 6'10", 6'9" guy.
Right. Like Coach said, I mean, it's tough defending them. They have 4 really good shooters, and then Blackshear on the inside, who's he's an outstanding big. So sometimes we had to get caught up and switch, and I just had to battle as much as I can to try to get us a win.
Other questions for the students? Yep, we'll stay in the same area. Thanks, Mark.
For any of the three of you guys, having been through a number of games, I think this is the 4th time now in the last 8 that you've played a one-possession game at the end. Is there a level of confidence that you have going into those final minutes in a game like this that because you've done it enough times already?
RJ, if you could take that one first, please.
I mean, you know, now this March Madness, every game is, you know, kind of going to be like this. It's going to be close, hard-fought games, and we somehow find a way to keep, you know, winning at the end. And, I mean, it's great, and we're not surprised by it, but we just got to, you know, keep it up.
Trey, anything to add about the experience factor down the stretch here in these late games?
No.
RJ, Nabate Al's Bill Roden on Sports. RJ, talk about your second half, your emergence after your slow start. What did you do? What adjustments did you do mentally and within the game to be able to make that impact in the second half?
Really played it the same way. I mean, first half, you know, really taking my drive away, and Trey was able to knocked shots down, and it was great. And then, second half, coach really made adjustments on the offense, and I was able to get open.
Adam.
Trey and Zion, Adam Zagoria, on the alley-oop pass. Trey, what did you look like? The pass was about 2 feet above the rim. How did you see that unfold? And Zion, what was it like catching that pass and dunking it?
Right. I know how high Zion can jump, and that's a momentum play for us. So being able to put it up there, I know he's going to go get it.
Before I even get to my part, Trey made a great defensive play. He, made an incredible steal, and I was running the lane, and he threw it up there, so I went and got it.
Trey Lyle. Trey, great name, by the way. How was the challenge? Obviously, Justin Robinson was not in the game last time you played Virginia Tech, and then you have to take the challenge of guarding one of the best point guards in the conference and in the country. How was that challenge tonight, and how did it feel to, early on, you were hitting shots. I think you hit your first 3 for 4 to start the game from 3. So how did it feel to have a hot start?
Right. He's a really tough guard. With that being my first time going against him, he is a good player, but we've gone against a lot of really good guards this year. So with all those guys we've gone against, that was able to prepare me for a game like this. But these guys have believed in me all year, especially after last game with me struggling from 3. They kept believing in me. Coach kept telling me take the shots. These guys kept telling me take my shots, and they were able to fall tonight.
Other questions for the student athletes? All right, you guys are all set. Congratulations. All right, Courtney, we'll start right down here. Questions for Coach right here in row 2.
Coach, Hank Tucker, Duke Chronicle. What happened with Cam? When did you know that was going to be an issue, and what's the status
right
for
before the game. We didn't know. Is this on? Yeah. We didn't know until right before the game that he was not going to be able to play. He went out. He just had something wrong with his knee. He couldn't. He's limping, and but we didn't find out until right before the game. So that's another thing for our guys to be able to overcome that adversity, because we've prepared all week, with that lineup, and then boom, right before the start of the game, he can't play. And Alex did a tremendous job. He led us in defensive rebounding and showed a tremendous poise. He didn't hit his shot, but and our guys were really good with him, in the locker room, on the court, and he responded. He responded really well.
We're going to stay on our right-hand side. Yep.
Coach Krzyzewski and Nabate Hale's Bill Rona Sports. Talk about a late tournament game, that familiarity against a conference opponent, and the intensity of that, and how both teams really know each other.
Well, I don't know how much we know each other, because we didn't play until the end of the year, and then neither team had their full complement of players. So you really don't. Just like the question was asked by Trey 2 there, and I'll call him Trey 1. All right, is that just so we get it straight? And can I be Trey 3? Holy crap, this is unbelievable. I didn't know Saturday would be like this. And we didn't know each other that well, because Justin adds a different dimension to their team, and certainly Zion. So all we knew is we're playing, like, they have 4 kids who are in their 5th year or 4th, they're old, and they're old together. Buzz has done a great job of building his program, and those kids, year after year, have gotten better to where this year they're terrific. They're one of the top 10 teams in the country. And so that's the team we beat tonight, and we got to have a quick turnaround now. This is a hell of a thing for our team, but a quick turnaround to play a great Michigan State team.
And we'll stay right in the same area.
Mark Herman from Newsday in New York. I'll ask you the same question that Zion got. What did you see in that last 1.1 seconds?
Yeah, I saw a miss. I saw a miss.
And how do you usually defend that?
Better. Yeah, and the thing is, there's a lot of pressure when you throw it up that high to complete it. Our guys played great defense to put us in a position where they had to make that play. In other words, we played 2 good defensive exchanges before that, with 29 seconds to go, then with 5.8 seconds to go, and that. So you can elaborate on the last one. I'll elaborate on the 3, and all 3 proved to be successful for us. Forgot. Sometimes the old thing, the operation was a success, but the patient died. And their play was a success, but it didn't work. But the three in a row for us, that's a hell of a thing for our team. Yeah, we got a bunch of young guys, man. And then Alex hasn't played, and it's a hell of a win for us. Yeah, it's a great win. Our kids were terrific tonight. They were so damn good to coach. They rose to the occasion, and with that adversity, I'm so darn proud of them.
Stay over here with left-hand side with Zach.
Zach Brazil, New York Post. What the Zion alley-oop, people immediately were comparing it to Grant Hill's alley-oop as a freshman years ago, just in terms of the leaping and ability and going up for a ball. Could you compare them at all?
No, I'm not going to compare those things. You compare them. They both went in, right? That other one didn't go in. So, no, Zion can do amazing things. He can actually jump higher than Grant. But on that play that Grant did with Bobby, he was, I think, the highest he's ever jumped. And when you're playing with a great point guard, sometimes they lead you and put you in a position where you extend and you pass the limit you already had, because they have such confidence in you, and they have confidence in you. So that's a great play. But Zion and Trey have made plays like that during the year. Yeah.
All right, we're going to go to row 4, and I got 2 questions side by side.
David Hale with ESPN. First off, do you have any idea on Cam's future availability for the rest of the weekend?
No.
And secondly, I think maybe casual observers of the team look at how much talent you have and say, how much adversity might they have actually gone through? It's been a lot for you this year. Can you, given your history and how long you've been doing this, kind of put into perspective, particularly with 4 freshmen, how much they've overcome?
No, since midseason we've had injuries throughout, so we don't have continuity. Even this week we had continuity, and all of a sudden Cam's not there. And like our starting 5 is very talented when we have Cam in there, and but we're a young, not deep team, and so we have kids that all these kids are really good now. They're going to be really good, unbelievable later, but they're doing a great job while they're 18. And those 2 of these guys are 18. What did do you remember 18? It's hard for me to remember 18. But so I'm proud of them. They've never backed down. They've never been afraid the whole year. And we've played this amazing schedule. And, the spotlight's on these kids from day one to now. So to have that on them and still respond the way they do is really terrific for these kids. And again, they've been such a joy to coach.
Hey, we got time for 3 more. We'll start side by side and then.
Mike Don Marcus from the Baltimore Sun. When going through the last 2 games the way you have as a coach, do you get a greater sense of appreciation now than you did 15, 20 years ago? and also, do you look at it like as destiny, fate, like when you have balls rolling off rim and a shot like that, you think maybe it's meant to be?
Well, I hope that it's the case, but I don't really believe that. I believe that we just play hard and you stay resilient and play till the end. You know, we've had balls roll off too. You know, we got eliminated from the Final Four last year with that. So the game is a great game, and it has amazing endings. And the last two endings for us have been for us. So, you know, but our guys hung in there till the very end in both of them. And I don't think you're going to have an ending that's favorable if you don't hang in there until the end. So, I don't think, it's just, it's exciting. I'm so happy for them because, this is my 44th year as a head coach, and it's probably, I've coached over 125 NCAA tournament games. And so to be in this with them and see their joy and their grit and their resilience, really good. Yeah, really good. I'm a lucky guy. Lucky guy.
I'll take two more.
Ron Bailey, Rivals.com. Talk about your comfort and willingness in switching 1 through 5. And is that something you picked up working with the professionals in USA Basketball?
Well, you bring up a good point. I picked up a lot of things working for the 11 years with the U.S. team. But, we really we didn't switch automatically with necessity. And we tried to switch flat instead of stepping in so they wouldn't get as many angles. And Robinson, especially in this game, again, I think it's his third game back, right? So in the first two back, he didn't use the ball screen as tight. And so we thought we could get over without stepping in. And tonight, he was back who he is, which is a great guard. And but our guys have good foot movements. Our big guys did a good job. And then when we had to switch off, overall we did okay against Blackshear. He's 5 for 14. We tried to front him, and but they're difficult to defend, man. They're really a good team. Buzz is really an outstanding coach, and these kids are tough and good basketball players. We beat a really good basketball team tonight.
We'll take our last question from Adam.
Coach, Adam here. I think a lot of people when the brackets came out thought we were going to see a Duke-Michigan State matchup here. Just your early thoughts on facing them and Coach Izzo, with a chance to go to the Final Four.
I've watched them a little bit during this. I have not, Virginia Tech, I don't know if we could get past Virginia Tech. And so totally on them. Obviously, I know Cassius Winston is maybe the best point guard in the country. He's MVP of the Big Ten. And, Tom's program, their program of great offensive rebounding, toughness, togetherness, we'll try to put something together. And, but we'll have to rebound against them. I know that. And how do you got to try to figure out how to guard Cassius? And, and Tom's done a great job with his team because they've had injuries. And he's one of the great coaches and a good friend. So it'll be an honor, to be in the, first of all, it's an honor to be in the Elite Eight. And it'll be a heck of a game. Do we already know a time? Does anyone know a time? 5? Okay. See, I'm getting information.
All right, Coach.
Good.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.